I'm Belinda Sandor, also known as Rocket Girl. Let's get started. Hey everybody, welcome. Welcome to the Rocket Girl Show. I'm Belinda Sandor, also known as Rocket Girl. And today we're going to talk about strategies about running your life without losing your mind. And I'm thrilled that you're here with me today. And for those of you joining us for the first time, I'm the founder of the VA Connection, where I coach and mentor aspiring and established virtual assistants to create, grow, and scale their virtual assistant businesses. And I work with my students in my free online community, the VA Connection, courses, and coaching programs. And today I'm going to be your host for the Rocket Girl Show, my weekly live stream show that airs every Thursday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern. So come on in. And I love to hear where you're coming in from. So let me know in the comments. Okay, good. So we're streaming all over the place. We're all over Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're on LinkedIn, all the places. And if you're watching on YouTube, I'd love for you to subscribe to our channel. We have over 700 videos over on our YouTube channel to help you on your journey as a virtual assistant. So ring the bell so you don't miss any of our free training. Great. All right. So today we're going to talk about strategies to find balance in your life without losing your mind. So let's jump into that. So, all right, here's the thing. Before you started a business before you decided to start your business as a virtual assistant, you were probably already busy, right? You're grocery shopping, you're paying the bills, you're, house cleaning, yard work, family, friends, all the things. And, maybe a few minutes to yourself, but probably not. Right. But the thing is that you have a dream, right? You have a dream. You want to quit your job. You want to work from home. You want to make a new business as a virtual assistant successful so you can support your family, pay for your kids' education, or buy a house, right? So the question that I get asked a lot is, how do you fit it all in, right? How do you fit it all in? And the simple but very unpopular answer is you don't. You don't. It's impossible. You can't have the life that you already had with all the things in it and build a business at the same time and have time for everything, right? And have time for everything. So just knowing that it's impossible to keep your pre-business life exactly the same and build a business too, I hope will feel like a relief, right? Like, oh, there's nothing wrong with me. It's just not possible. And that doesn't mean that you can't have a thriving business and a life that's well ordered. It doesn't mean that at all. It just means that you're going to need to make some adjustments to your lifestyle. Now, in my pre-business owner days, this this is going to get personal for a minute. I used to fold my underwear. I'm not kidding. Like, right? Flip, boom, right? Any of you do that, right? I used to fold it into little squares. And the thing is that only takes a minute. But it's wasting time, right? It's actually wasting time. And I would rather do so many other things than that. So what I did was I went to the Container Store. If you haven't heard of the Container Store, you're welcome, because when you go there, thecontainerstore.com, you're going to lose your mind because they have all this organizing stuff. So I bought boxes, cloth covered boxes, and they fill my drawer, my drawer where I keep my underwear. And, we have different kinds of underwear, and I have them sorted by type in the boxes, and it works, right? It's organized. I'm not digging. I'm not feeling frustrated. I can see what I need, but I'm also not doing this little flip, fold thing, right? So here's another example. All right. So I used to file my paid bills into folders. I had a filing cabinet, which thankfully we don't have anymore. And I had folders for each person I was paying, the phone company, the electric company, the cable company, right? And I would pay the bills, and then I would file them into the cabinet in the folder. But what I realized was I never went back and looked at them. So why am I doing this? This is some kind of like OCD hangover, right? Like, why am I doing that? So I came up with a new system for my bills. And here's how it works. I have a clear plastic folder. It's like a Ziploc bag, only it's harder plastic. And I put my receipts in it on in chronological order. So the first receipt's at the bottom, and then I just keep putting the newer bills on the top. So I have a whole year's worth of receipts in one folder, in one, it's like an envelope. You could use a big envelope, and they're in chronological order because I just keep putting the new ones on top. So if I need to find the phone bill from February, no problem. Take all the papers out, flip through to February, find the paper, right? It saves me so much time. And I hardly ever, ever, ever look for a receipt, right? Because if I need something, usually, you can find it online. So, so just think about the things that you're doing and how you're spending your time, and ask yourself, do I need to do this, right? Do I need to do this? Another thing, I used to be obsessed with making my bed. I couldn't start my day unless my bed was, literally passing military inspection, right? But now I'm over it. I'm thrilled when the sheets are clean, and I'm happy to arrange the covers before I get in at night. So small changes, big impact. And you have to decide, some people making their bed is a really big deal, and that's totally cool. But just decide, is this a big deal, or is this just something I'm doing because my mom told me to when I was 9, right? And make the choice yourself. Now, here's what I want you to think about. And this is going to be a mindset shift these things are literally game changers, Okay. So the first one is this: everything is not a priority. Now, when you have, so let's define priority. All right. Let's define priority. A priority is a thing that is regarded as more important than another. Okay. So you have to decide what's more important to you, and no judgment. You just have to decide, so bike riding with your kids or your spouse, or cleaning the bathroom. Like, I'm in for the bike ride, right? But some people are not. They have great pleasure in in the cleanliness of their home. And that's awesome. I've just kind of let that go over the years, because I used to spend 5 hours every single Saturday cleaning my house. And then I thought, what am I doing? Now, there are events that occur that cause me to clean my house, definitely. But I don't do it as often. And I'm okay with, sweeping up the crumbs on the floor with the broom instead of doing a whole complete vacuum job of the whole house, right? So you have to decide what's important. The second thing is that I'm just thinking about priorities. If there's something else I want to say, you're going to have to do a little bit of soul searching, because there are things that are important. But you want to make sure you're just not running around. That game, it's like whack-a-mole or something. You're like hitting. You want to make sure you're not doing that. You want to stop when you can and organize whatever it is that's causing the problems, so that it doesn't keep jumping up as a priority, if that makes sense, right? There are some things that keep jumping up, and you just need to spend some time handling them so it no longer becomes a problem. So think about that as well. Now, you are the one that gets to decide what's important, and as natural people pleasers that we are, putting others' choices before our own is much easier. But I don't want you to do that. I want you to be an example of someone who lives their lives by their values and goes for their dreams. It's not easy, but it's 100% worth it. So you get to decide. Just because someone told you, 100 years ago, or your spouse, needs something to be a certain way, you get to decide and have a conversation with them about what's important to you as well. Now, here's the big thing. Life is imperfect. I used to think that my job was to make everything perfect, and that there was value in doing that. I really did. Like I said, I cleaned my home for 5 hours every single Saturday. There were 2 of us living there, right? And it's like, I think what's more valuable than being perfect is having experiences, building relationships, with the people who are important to me, which frankly can be really messy, right? It can be really messy. But the thing is that being a successful business owner is really more about self-discovery than, client management and budgets. It's really about leaning into having the life that you want, and truly embracing what's important to you. so that you can build the thriving business you always wanted. It's so different from a job. And it's interesting, having my own business is such a journey in self-discovery, because when you have a job, the boss is telling you when you have to be there, what's important, what they want you to do first, next, whatever. But when you have your own business, you get to decide, and that can feel very uncomfortable in the beginning, but then it becomes a way of life, and it's very empowering. So lean into it. Lean into it. It'll take some time, but decide what's the most important thing for you to be working on today and get it done. All right? You'll be glad you did. Thank you for coming to the Rocket Girl Show. I'm thrilled that you're here. And I want to tell you about one more thing before we go. So starting on May 13th, we are going to be having a 5-day free training called Kickstart Your VA Business. If you have attended, come again. We love when people come again. And if you haven't, definitely sign up. You can go to vakickstart.com. And there's lots of information. We're opening enrollment for this free training today. It's very exciting, and we'll be getting started with you in less than 2 weeks. So check it out. We're going to talk all about all things VA. We're going to identify the services you can offer. We're going to learn how to talk about our work. We're going to talk about where clients are, so you can put yourself in the place where they can find you. We're going to talk about the support systems you need, and we're going to talk about all this. Whether you've been a VA for a while and you're not where you want to be, you just probably missed something along the way that you need to do to make that happen. Or if you're just thinking, I want to work from home and I don't know how to get started, we will help you get started. And then on the 5th day, we're going to have an epic Q&A. And all along the way, we're going to have prizes and homework and a workbook and excitement and all the things. So definitely go over to vakickstart.com and sign up. All right, I'm signing off for now. Belinda Sandor, Rocket Girl. See you again soon.